Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? And so apologize for being late, literally just getting back here. So I did miss the first drive there. I see the Green Bay's up 3-0 here. But Detroit Lions with the football. And so David Montgomery on the carry picks up 2 yards on the play. And now we've got 2nd and 8 for the Detroit Lions from their own 27-yard line. Jared Goff up under center. We've got Braden. Braden says, let's go. We've got Lewis. Lewis says Braden. Lewis says JB. What's good with you? Meanwhile, Gibbs on the carry that time. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up. We got Carmichael here. What's good with you, Carmichael? Nice to see you. How are you? Lewis says over 44. Let's go. JB likes that. JB likes that number. That would make JB really happy if this game went over. All right, so here we go. Goff with the football from his own 34-yard line. So we got 3rd and 1, multiple tight ends. And they're going to feed it to the back right up the middle. And that's going to be David Montgomery who picks up a 1st down. Again, David Montgomery back in the lineup here. Kenneth, what's good with you? Kenneth says, hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? And that you're doing good. And so... yeah, so, I mean, JB's a little tired here, not going to lie, a little bit more tired than usual, but I am powering through so we can watch Braden's Packers play tonight, see how they do versus the Detroit Lions. All right, out of the shotgun, Goff throws it, gets the completion. And again, that was Gibbs up the backfield. 2nd and 7 coming up. That was a 3-yard completion. Lewis says 23-23 final. That would be insane if you were spot on. That would be insane. And that would confirm that you do indeed have the NFL script. All right, let's see. Going to put the poll question up here. Meanwhile, Montgomery with another carry. And he's going to pick up about a yard or 2 on the play. Carmichael says you're 0-3 in fantasy trying to get a win. Hey, it's tough out there. It's tough out there. I barely moved on to 2-1. Not going to lie. It was close. It was close. All right, so 3rd and 5. Goff out of the shotgun. Throws it and gets the completion to his tight end who's rumbling and stumbling. What a big play. Big time play to Sam Laporta picking up 35 yards on the play. His first catch of the game. And what a catch indeed. Carmichael says, the dude you faced last week scored like 140 points. How many did you score? Goff throws it up there. My goodness, that's going to be a touchdown. Amare St. Brown is like the defense forgot about him. Made it look too easy. Back-to-back big-time plays for the offense. Whoa. 7 plays, 75 yards, 3 minutes, and 43 seconds to turn the time possession on that one. Lewis says touchdown. He likes touchdowns. But, man, they made that one look easy. How in the world do you forget about Amare St. Brown? What is going on? 29 is out here grabbing. Like, my goodness, he's just reaching. Look at it. Bruh. Extra point is good. That was insane. Carmichael says you scored like 115. So, oh man, decisive victory. But yeah, I know, Carmichael, I know that old man's team lost by 2 points to Mr. JB's team. It was like 162 to 160. That was insane. Lewis says, wide open, that lion stole the cheese. I'm sure Braden's not liking that. Carmichael says, but it doesn't matter because the Steelers are 2-1, and that's all that matters. That is all that matters. 2-1. But again, we are here in the first quarter with 8 minutes and 16 seconds in terms of that's left in the first quarter, and the Lions just scored. They're up 7-3. And when we get back, we're going to see the Green Bay Packers offensively and see if they can get something going their second time out. Again, having Christian Watson here, let's see how much they're going to utilize him. I think I took him out of my starting lineup, I believe. Because it seems like he's going to be used sparingly tonight. So we'll see how often the Packers use Christian Watson out there today. We'll see if Green Bay can respond. I would love to see a back and forth matchup between them. Carmichael says you face Bob Brown this week, so you need the Packers defense to give up 44 points. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. But yeah, back-to-back big-time plays by Jared Goff. And Jared Goff, there's been a lot of quarterbacks out there struggling, but not Jared Goff. And so, Braden, what's good with you, Braden? He says, hey, JB, how are you, Braden, the man of the hour here? Lewis says the Niners will be 4-0 on Sunday. Who do the 49ers play? Wait, don't they play the Cardinals this week? What if the Cardinals upset the 49ers just like they did the Cowboys? What if they did that? That would be insane. Considering that Joshua Dobbs couldn't even buy his own jersey from the team. That was crazy. Couldn't even buy his own jersey because it wasn't on the team store. That's insane. Let's see, Brandon says, I will only be on here on commercial breaks. But we'll take what we can get. Kickoff on the way. Gets in from his own end zone. He's at the 10, the 15. 20, and he's brought down, and that is where the Green Bay Packers will take over offensively here. And let's see what they can do in their second offensive possession of the game. Carmichael says, I just want one win, that's all. He said, JB, I wanted to be here Monday, but you fell asleep right after school and didn't wake up till the next day. And so, well, I had to cancel Monday. So you didn't miss anything there. Lewis says, come on, JB, no hope. You say no hope. All right, let's see what the Packers can do here. Tight end goes in motion. Receivers bunched in close from their own 20. Play fake. Love in the pocket. And Love is going to get sacked. That is not what you want to see if you are the Green Bay Packers. 96 is fired up. That's a big guy right there. Anybody know how big Isaiah Buggs actually is? That's a big dude. Carmichael says, I didn't see that, but it was good 14 hours sleep. And so, man, that sounds great. 14 hours sleep, that sounds great. Again, these two teams are the only teams in this division that have victories so far this season. So fighting to see who can get the early claim for first place past the Dubs, and that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 16 coming up. And right now, this Detroit defense, they are getting after it. The fans here at Green Bay, they want to see their offense move the ball. All right, so we got 3rd and 16. Out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Love looking. Love steps up. Love threw it at the last second. He thought about running it. Threw it at the last second there. A.J. Dillon, the intended target, but we got a holding penalty. That's going to be declined. Yep, that will be declined. And so Mike What's good with ya? How are you doing? Mike says Lions don't make me look like clowns again. How are you doing, Mike? And Mike, I've been waiting for you to join, Mike. So many things to discuss with you. First off, let's start off with Colorado. How did you feel about that Colorado game, Mike? Let me know your thoughts. Lewis says pick six. Carmichael says my score prediction Browns 20, Ravens 24. Okay. Let's see. Mike says Packers D roster pretty good. All right, so again, we got a false start in Green Bay right now. They are just making a lot of mental mistakes right now. Got to clean it up. Got to clean it up. Let's see. Mike says good tight end, a good receiver or two. Punts on the way. Catches from his own 35 at the 40. And he's brought down to about the 39-yard line, almost 40-yard line. And that's where the Lions will take over with the football. Let's see. Braden says our O-line. And so it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Let's see. Mike says you didn't get to watch it. You would have been crushed. And so, well, Mike, I recommend don't watch this Saturday either if you don't want to get crushed. Because JB told you his thoughts originally. You laughed at JB, said JB didn't know what he's talking about, but JB said it before. At this time, currently, they're not top 25 at this time. Let's see. Phoenix, what's good with you? Phoenix says Thursday night football. Absolutely. Carmichael says you still lost over 20-70 last week. That's right. I mean, imagine starting the Broncos defense and they gave up 70 points and all those yards. I wonder how many points did the Broncos defense end up with? Actually, I didn't even think about that in fantasy. But again, we are currently right now at commercial. Lewis says USC's coming. He already knows what time it is. He already knows. So yeah, with USC coming to town, look out. Let's see, Carmichael says, lucky you have the Broncos defense, but you have them on the bench in one of your leagues. Braden says he's not liking this. Well, Braden, there's still plenty of time. I mean, from what I've seen so far from the Packers this season, don't you guys usually like get behind and then in the second half turn into like a completely different team just about? But yeah, I need Jordan Love to start passing as well. I took the over on him passing, so I need Jordan Love to go out here and make me look smart. Carmichael says, Braden, I need the Packers defense to do bad, so you're kind of liking this. Well, no support from Carmichael for you, Braden. Lewis says USC versus Colorado over under 74.5. I wonder how many of that USC will be responsible for. All right, here we go. Golf up under the center from their own 45-yard line. Play fake. Golf looking, throws it incomplete. So we got 2nd and 10 coming up. Carmichael says, sorry, you need at least one win. You can't lose every game. Lewis says USC will put up 55. I agree because I was thinking, I think USC will score about 56 points. Colorado will probably score about 21, I think. So I think 56-21. Give the ball to Gibbs, and Gibbs off the right side. Look at him put in work. Again, last week he had about 80 yards on the ground. Picks up 7 yards off the right side. Third down coming up. Mike says, I do my famous power rankings. We're looking forward to seeing it. Carmichael says, who is Penn State facing this weekend? And Lewis says, Penn State at Northwestern. And so, oh, man. Penn State's going to light it up. All right, 3rd and 3 out of the shotgun. Golf looking, throws it over the middle, gets the completion there, and receiver trips on his own, Josh Reynolds, before they stop his forward progress. He picks up 23 yards on the play. First down here for Detroit. So Detroit is getting a ton of big plays here through the passing game. I mean, everybody's getting catches. I mean, you get a catch for 20, you get a catch for 25, you get a touchdown for 30. I mean, everybody's getting work here for Detroit offensively in this passing game. Carmichael says, thanks, Lewis. Penn State going to win. 1st and 10. Gives it to David Montgomery, and David Montgomery off the right guard here picks up 8 yards on the play. We got 2nd and 2 coming up. Okay. Mike says, I realized when done it too early. All right, so 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Feeds it to Montgomery. And he gets brought down after picking up 2 yards off the right tackle. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. Carmichael says, JB, hate to say it, but Penn State over Ohio State. We will see. That's something that we will certainly see. No doubt about it. We will see. Out of the shotgun here, tight end goes in motion. Golf in the shotgun. Packers showing pressure. Golf moving. Golf runs. And Golf takes it all the way to within the 5-yard line here on the scramble for 11 yards. So Jared Goff using his legs here. Feeds it to Montgomery, and Montgomery, he's not going to be able to muscle in there. Excellent job by the Packers defense. David Montgomery picked up a yard on the play. Lewis says Golf doesn't know how to slide. He was never taught. He was never taught. All right, so here we go. 2nd and goal from the Green Bay 3-yard line. Tight end goes in motion. Going to feed it to the back. And Montgomery gets the touchdown. And so Detroit scores again. Detroit scores again. And so let's see. Carmichael says, JB, how do you feel about the Miami Hurricanes? And so Hurricanes are off to a pretty good start. I will say that. The true test for me will be when they play against Florida State. And so I'll be able to see how they look against them. But so far, they're off to a pretty good start. Lewis says, we need 7. Let's go. You need a shot. Okay. Extra point is up, and extra point is good. Okay, so David Montgomery does JB a solid and gets a touchdown. JB can only hope that he's remembered to put him in his starting lineup in fantasy in both leagues. Let us see. All right, JB is happy that I did indeed incorporate him in my league. Let's check the other league. Did I do it? Did I do it? I didn't do it. Mike says, in your face, Braden, literally. Carmichael says, you love how Alabama is doing this year? Oh, man. So 14-3 is the score, and right now Jared Goff and company, they're having their way. Green Bay's defense cannot stop them. Braden, I don't know what to say about your team, Braden. I don't know what to say about your team. They can use a little lesson from your Iowa Hawkeyes about defense, though. I will say that. Braden says, what did I do to you, Mike? Meanwhile, let's see. The poll right now is close with 11 votes in. 55% believe that the Lions will win this game. 45% believe in the Green Bay Packers. Carmichael says, I don't know how, but I don't think Braden is liking this game. Well, it's still early, guys. It's still early. Let's see how they do on this upcoming drive. 14-3. Green Bay's got to come out a lot more aggressive. Offensive line has got to hold up here. And I still want to see to what capacity will they be able to use Christian Watson. At first, I didn't think they were going to use him too much, quite frankly, because they've been doing good without him. But I wonder, being down 14-3, still early in the first quarter, maybe Christian Watson, utilize him a little bit more if he's good to go. Lewis says no defense today. JB is looking good. And so, yeah, I just need Green Bay to get going in the passing games. That's what JB needs. Mike says on paper, Packers D good. And so, yeah, on paper, that's a fact. On paper. Lewis says, I thought Detroit was home team. Nah, Green Bay's the home team. Braden says, yeah, our offensive line has been trash. Carmichael says, JB, that's what I said week one versus the 49ers. And so, oh, man, Carmichael, I'm surprised you would bring up that game. I'm surprised you would. Meanwhile, kickoff on the way. Green Bay gets it from their own end zone. He's at the 10, 15, and tripped up at about the 21-yard line. So Green Bay will take over from their own 21-yard line. And let's see what happens here offensively. And so far, Green Bay, have they not even ran the ball one time so far in this game? Like, I feel bad for anybody that took the over on, like, any of the running backs right now because it's not looking too good. All right, so Jared Goff has got to move. I'm sorry, not Jared Goff. Jordan Love has got to move with a sense of urgency here from his own 21-yard line. Two tight ends, two receivers, one back in the backfield. Dillon gets the first carry by a running back in this game. Picks up 3 yards here. Second down coming up. Lewis wants to pick 6. I know what team he hates in this division. Carmichael says, JB, I have to be honest with myself. That was a bad week one for you. Mike says the Chiefs number 1 on your rankings. Okay. I mean, it's tough to argue with that. All right, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion. Give it to the back again. Dillon. He spins to the right and, okay, picks up 4 yards on the play. Okay. Third down coming up. All right, so we need Jordan Love to get something going here. Carmichael says you haven't done your power rankings yet. All right, 3rd and 3 from their own 27-yard line. Tight end goes in motion. They snap it. Love throws it over the middle. Oh, man, he incomplete. I mean, he was there. That's open. It don't get no more open than that in the NFL, bro. What are you doing? What is he doing? So now we got fourth down coming up. Punts on the way. Fair catch symbol. Caught from the 25-yard line. Lewis says Love got scared. Mike says Love two receivers are the only two good. And so, man. I don't know what's going on with the Green Bay's offense, but they better get it together. They better get it together. Let's see, Michael says, I think right now you've got the 49ers as number one. Mike says Dubs is mid, and you really like Watson. We really need Watson. Lewis says too many lions around him. Lewis is loving this, guys. He is loving this. Oh, wow. David Montgomery, the first player with a rushing touchdown in each of the first three games with the Lions since Barry Sanders. Great company. All right, here we go. Golf, looking, throws it up there, and oh, what a catch! What a catch! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Somebody fire the alarm out right now. This is insane. Josh Reynolds with a 26-yard catch, but look at this. He's literally walking the dog right now out there. That's what he's doing. Because 37 is holding his arm like that, and he just reached out the other hand and said, I only need one. Wow. Golf already 6 of 8 for 109 yards through the air. Lewis says, nice catch. He's impressed. Uh-oh, they're running a trick play on the end around. Look at him go. Look at him go. Oh, my goodness. Caleb Raymond with a 40-yard run. Wow. Inside the 10. Detroit looking to score again. Carmichael says, JB Kenny Pickett has been the best AFC North quarterback in 2023 so far. Are you sure about that? Are we sure? Let's see. Mike says 49ers may be second best in NFC, but most AFC would wreck them. Lewis says, come on, 7 more. Lewis wants them to bury Green Bay. This is a sad performance by Green Bay. I didn't know that we were streaming to watch them get disrespected out there. Now's a good time. If anybody thinks that the Detroit Lions are going to go out here and drop 70 on Green Bay, now's a good time to put it out there. Mike says, is Watson back? He is, well, at least the report that I read was that he is active for this game, but they're going to be using him in a very limited case, so they're not going to use him too much. Lewis says, you think Detroit should shoot for 71? Detroit has a lot of records for bad things. They would love to make a record for something positive and stuff like that. Carmichael says, yeah, Kenny has the most yards, tied for the most touchdowns, and has the most INTs by one. Also, he's Kenny Pickett. Everything disregarding that final fact there. Okay, JB can give you that. Let's see, Mike says, JB, give me your top 5. My top 5 teams as of right now, I would have Chiefs number 1. I would have number 2. I got to go with right now the Eagles. I got to go with the Eagles still at number 2. It may not be pretty, but still they're number 2. 49ers, 3. 4, I would probably have to go Miami right now at 4. And then 5, I would probably go with Dallas in spite of the loss that they just incurred and stuff like that. And if they lose again, they're going to drop drastically. But that'll probably be my top 5 right now. Mike says, you mean no Watson, quarterback for the Browns? And so, well, right now, Watson is dealing with it with a shoulder injury that I think has him limited. But to my knowledge, I think Watson should still be good to go this week. But if anybody heard anything differently, let me know. Let's see, you say Eagles the second strongest team at the end of the year, barring any injuries because they're winning, even though it's not pretty. And that's the sign of a great team when you have all that talent, but you can still get some W's even while you're not clicking at the best, like peak performance. And then you peak at the right time. Once we get to, November, December, your team starts peaking. And so that helps. Lewis says San Francisco #1. You think Detroit will score 21 points each quarter? Lewis is like 21. Can you do something for me? Each quarter, basically. Okay. All right, so we're going to start the second quarter now. Lions with the football, throws it, gets the completion, and look at him carry the defender there, picks up about 5 yards on the play. I like that play call. Give it to the big fella, let him go to work. Let's see, Lewis says, Brady says no, Lewis. Let's see, Mike says that is as good guess as any. You like the Eagles? Okay, okay. Lewis says, oh, hi, Braden. All right, here we go. Shotgun here. Looking, throws it up there, and incomplete. His receiver was already stumbling there, incomplete. Third down coming up. I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well throw it to Montgomery out the backfield, JB says. Help JB's fantasy team out tonight. Third and goal. Out of the shotgun. Looking. Goff spins around. Goff throws it away. That will cause a penalty right now. Let's see if they call. Upholding right there on the offense. Let's see, Mike says, why would you decline? And so, no, it's third and 14 coming up here. So the ball right now from their own 15, but they'll get to redo third down, just 10 yards back. Goff throws it there, and it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Marvin Jones on the play, and that will bring up fourth down. Lewis says, come on, Goff. He says, stop golfing around. Mike says they don't want to tackle. Carmichael says Detroit should go for 80. Wow, all of these people taking shots at Braden's team, kicking them while they're down. All right, here goes the field goal attempt here for the Detroit Lions. Riley Patterson, 33-yard field goal. Kick is up, and the kick is good. That's going to make it 17-3. So a lot of scoring so far in this one. But if you're Green Bay, if you come out here on this upcoming possession, if you're the Green Bay Packers and you do score a touchdown, it'll just be 17-10. So all you got to do is just focus on this drive. Jordan Love, he's got to get going here. He's got to. Let's see. Mike says Dolphins done for not breaking a record. And so it couldn't be JB. It couldn't be JB. Give JB that record. JB going for it. Best believe it. JB going for the record. But Green Bay has got to really get going here. Lewis says Detroit going to make that G red and black. Oh man, Lewis is loving this, man. He is loving this. First step, if you're Green Bay, just sustaining a drive would be a victory right now at this point. You cannot have that defense go back out there on a 3-and-out or something like that. You got to put together a drive here. All right, so they're going to bring it out here. And he's brought down at the 21-yard line. So let's see what the Green Bay offense can do. I see Christian Watson out here. So let's see if they go to Christian Watson. I'm hoping so. And so Dexter, what's good with you? How are you doing? How are you? And Dexter says Niners. Let's see. Mike says Niners are paper. Okay. All right, so there was a holding penalty here, but man, look at the difference in total yards here. Green Bay has got to wake up. Let's see what they do here from their own 10-yard line. Receiver goes in motion. Love up under center. One back in the backfield. Play fake. Throws it. Picked off. It's picked off. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jordan Love. Jordan Love. Mike says, in your face, Braden. Wow. 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 Boy, how times have changed. Lewis says, go get his 7. Carmichael says, JD, what's your record for game winner picks? And so, oh man, I was looking at it. I had actually did pretty good last week. I think I have like 27 wins or something like that. I can't remember how many losses, but it's like very close and something like that. But yeah, how's your record? You say you're 29-19. You missed the game, and so I've got like 27 wins, I think. All right, so they're going to hand it to Montgomery, and look at Montgomery. He's doing everything within his powers. He's 2 yards shy, but he's running like a man who is fully healthy out there now. So we got 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line coming up. Feed it to Montgomery again. Feed it to him again. This will help my fantasy team out a lot. Feed it to him again. And they do feed it to him, and he's going to get a touchdown again. He's going to score again for JB's fantasy team. Let's go. Let's go. Mike says, will Braden rage quit like me when the Bills did not play hard? Right now, this is hard right here for Braden. You can see the facial expression right now from these Packer fans. They're not happy. And so David says, go Packers, come back. I like that. I like that right there. So David says, hey, it's still early. It's still early. Not the start you wanted, but it's still early. Plenty of football to be played. But the only way that's going to happen, Jordan Love has got to get going. He's got to. But how are you doing, my man David? How are you? Mike says he's eating. He said, it's all you can eat, all you can eat. Oh, man, Lewis is loving this a little bit too much right now. A little bit too much. Braden says he hates this. It's 24-3 right now. Braden, I sympathize with you. I do. I do. It's still early, though. It's still early. All it takes is a touchdown, and things just get back to normal. But right now, the faucet is running like crazy. So Green Bay, I mean, if you're not going to sustain drives, you cannot turn the ball over the way this defense has been playing against Detroit right now. Like you just can't do it. You just can't do it. Let's see. Mike says all of our teams have these, Braden. Why did they play them? And so yeah, my team did it during the playoffs, Braden. So That was it. That was bad. That was bad. Let's see. Lewis says, I think it's a replay of the Miami versus Broncos, just different uniforms. Come on now, Lewis. Brandon says, yeah, Mike. You said, no, it's not Lewis. Mike says, now, Lewis, Miami did not have this many points so early. I don't know if that helps. I don't know if that helps, Mike. But right now, Jordan Love is 1 of 6, 9 yards, and 1 interception. Let's see. Mike says Packers at least have a good roster. They just have this game. And so, I mean, Green Bay's at home right now. You're at home. You want to look a lot better than that and stuff. The last thing you want is to give Detroit more confidence, like, hey, we can come down here and we can take ownership. That's the last thing you want. Because they've been having some success as of late. Brandon says, I remember when we had a pick in the first minutes of this game. Man. Let's see. Mike says, oh, Netflix, Barry Sanders special. Braden says, yeah, that was bad, Lewis. Let's see. Lewis said you had this feeling Sunday. We're not going to go there, Lewis. We're not going to go there. JB is tired of having to try to defend Ohio State quarterbacks right now. But I am proud of CJ Stroud. Shout out to him. He's at least giving me hope. Kickoff on the way. All right, so here in the second quarter with 13 minutes and 19 seconds to go. You're trailing 24-3. This is where you got to dig deep as a team right now. The last thing you need is to give the ball back to them and let them score again, because that's pretty much the point where, like on Madden, when the camera starts shaking, it's already too late at that point. You've got to put it together here. Even if you just get a field goal, even if you just do that, you got to find a way. Mike says CJ Stroud is a proud owner of the Jaguars. Lewis says, but on primetime it's really bad. All right, here we go. Going to feed it to the back here. And so Aaron Jones gets a carry here. He's 5 yards, pick up on the play. Packers right now are bringing back everybody from injury on the field. They're like, we need to spark something here. Let's see, Mike says Panther fans seeing if you bring up Stroud. Well, it's still early. It's still early. See, Bryce Young, he can still turn out to be the guy that they envisioned him to be. Nobody wants to take JB's advice for CJ Stroud. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. From their own 30-yard line. Feeds it to, nope, he's actually going to run the option here. He pitches it. Oh, my goodness. He got flipped upside down. Wow. They're not playing games out here. Lewis says, ouch, that was a scary play. I don't like Green Bay's play call. Why are we out here stagnant, basically, when we know we have to light a fire right now and get something going? They better be lucky that JB doesn't have any energy right now to get fired up, because I would get really fired up right now at the play calling here. And Braden, I hope that you see, despite the fact that you were rooting for Ohio State's downfall, JB is the only one here not taking shots at your team. I'm trying to help. All right, here we go. Out of the shotgun. Love throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. And I think I took the over on Jordan Love. Of all times, I took the over on him today. David says the Packers will come back to win 31-27. Okay. Well, JB would like to see that happen right there, because that would mean that JB's over should be safe, hopefully. He was trying to throw it to Christian Watson there. Let's see. Mike says he just got the you know what knocked out of him. Punt. Gets it from his own 20. Shakes away from the first guy. Look at him go, and he's brought down at the 30-yard line. And right now, Detroit will take over from their own 30-yard line, looking to add on to their already 21-point lead. Mike says Packer fans booing. Lewis says Detroit offense and defense clicking. Lewis says, okay, David. He says he'll take a drink to that. Again, we're here in the second quarter with 11 minutes and 38 seconds to go. But man, Jordan Love just 9 yards passing so far. That is not good. I took the over at 231.5 passing yards. Why did I take the over? Let's see. Mike says, you love that tackle. Anything a player trying their hardest. And you said the USFL merger XFL. Hey, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. That was big news right there. The USFL and the XFL merging. Now, I would like to hear more details in terms of what that's going to look like. But hey, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. You know, that means imminent growth there for the league. And so I'm happy for him. Now I don't have to choose, you know, at one point of the season, do I look at the USFL, XFL, merge that? I like it. I like it. Let's do it. Braden is having a hard time right now, and I can't blame him. I can't blame him. Lewis says cheese melting, and so this is hard to look at, Braden. It is hard to look at. Let's see. Mike says now it may be 12 teams. Braden says thoughts on Dame getting traded to the Bucks. Hey, it's Dame time down there in Milwaukee. It was a bit of a surprise that it happened, but hey, I think it'll be fun for Dame. I'm happy for Dame. And I'm also happy for Giannis as well. But I mean, True Holiday, we know what he meant for them, you know, like from a defensive perspective. But Dame time in Milwaukee, I just thought that Dame was going to end up, you know, having to end up going to Miami or Boston. But Milwaukee, I actually like it. I actually like it. Like it. Let's see. David says, I am 7 and a big Packer fan. And so, hey, that's what's up. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. I've seen crazier things happen. I have seen crazier things happen. I mean, I seen my team was trailing to the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl, and we came back and won. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. Believe it. All right, from their own 30-yard line, golf up under center, play fake, looking, throws it, gets the completion, and that's going to be a first down there. Amare St. Brown, his second catch, 34 yards on the night, not to mention that touchdown he had earlier. That was a 10-yard play and a first down. First and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Got a fullback in the backfield. They're going to hand it to the back, and David Montgomery picks up 6 yards. But wait a minute, there is a penalty here. Going to be a penalty for holding here. Mike says, I really think that they will make an agreement with the NFL to let practice squad players done in the spring league. And so Mike says, Harden be like, they ain't running the rookie. All right, so under 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And if you came looking for a game so far, right now Detroit is up 24-3. But if Green Bay's going to have to find a way to really get this going here, there's still plenty of time. Still plenty of time. This is going to tell me a lot about Jordan Love leadership. Tom Brady on the sideline would be very adamant right now. Let's see how this goes. But Montgomery picks up 3 yards in the play. Right now, Montgomery making JB very happy tonight in fantasy. I do have Christian Watson, though, and I started him in one of my leagues, so I kind of sort of need Christian Watson to perhaps get me a nice touchdown catch later on. Lewis says, Montgomery going to break one? Let's see, let's see, let's see. 2nd and 18 out of the shotgun. From their own 32-yard line, Goff looking, Goff throws it incomplete. So 3rd and 18 coming up, and Golf got hit there. So if you're Green Bay, obviously you gotta get a stop right here. Gotta get a stop right here. Let's slow them down and then get going. Lewis says, "Come on, you Golf." Golf has been one of the better quarterbacks in terms of performance this season. Very impressive. My man has turned over a new leaf for sure. All right, 3rd and 18. They've done pretty well so far on 3rd downs today. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we got a penalty here for false start, so that's going to back up Detroit 5 yards. I would like to see Green Bay run it, like just run some hurry up offense, get some tempo going, just something to jumpstart them and stuff like that. Again, there's still plenty of time to go here. All you really got to do is just score a touchdown before the half. Don't let them score. Then all of a sudden it's a 2-touchdown game and things start to look a lot more, realistic. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 23. Golf looking. Golf throws that one and it's completed to his back. However, he picks up 9 yards and they're going to be short of the first down by 14 yards. And so they will end up punting the ball from their own 36-yard line. 4th down coming up. David says, "Come on, Packers, keeping the faith alive." Lewis says, "You want one of those cheese hats?" Lewis, we're not giving. I'm afraid what you would do with one of those cheese hats. We are not going to do that for you. Punt on the way. And, oh, he fumbled it. He fumbled it. He fumbled it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Green Bay barely recovers the football. What is going on? Oh, my goodness. It must be something in the Gatorade at this point. Lewis says fumble. Oh, my goodness. Now, Reed, I don't know what he thought he was doing. But, man, that was just bad. That was just bad. I mean, if I had known they were going to play like this, I mean, my goodness, this is wow. Lewis says, "Yeah, toss it to his dogs." Oh, man. All right, so after that shaky start right there, let's see if the Packers can get something going here. I would love to see a deep play to Christian Watson here. I would like to see that. One-on-one, let him go to work, play fake. Love, have to move. Love throws it, gets the completion here. Finally, just a completion for a yard. We'll take it. We'll take it. Oh, my goodness. Lewis wanted a safety there. I don't know what's going on here. Jordan Love, just 10 yards passing, and we're in the second quarter, guys. We got only 9 minutes till halftime. Let's see. Mike says, so Colorado is paper tigers, and so more like paper tiger cats, I guess, or kittens, I guess, at this point. But it depends on who they're playing. Love throws it, gets the completion. Okay, 2 completions. Romeo does. Let's see, 3rd and 4 here. Love just got to forget everything that's happened here. Just calm down, go out here, and just play football. Just play football. Let's see. Lewis says, JB looking devastated. Imagine Braden. Well, Lewis, JB took the over here. So JB's got a lot on this. So he took the over here. So I sort of need Jordan Love to get going. And I hate to see Braden down. Oh, there's a penalty here. Now, 63 is looking like this was Detroit. Let's see what the referees say. All right, that's going to be neutral zone infraction. All right, here we go. Love up under center. Gonna feed it to the back, and oh, Detroit, they're ready for that ground game. They said you can run it all you want. A.J. Dillon lost 3 yards on the play. David says stop the Lions. Mike says wrecked. Look at that. We got who the gap assignments are terrible here. I mean, what can a running back do? I don't want to be A.J. Dillon right now. I don't want to be him right now. We got linemen coming in untouched here. This is just bad. 2nd and 13. Love, looking. Love, no. Love, you're going the wrong way. Is this Jordan Love or is this Jordan Zach Wilson now? What's going on? This offense is looking like the Jets offense right now. This is bad. Mike says Packers O-line be like. Lewis says good defense, that 54. Oh man, it's 3rd and 21. My goodness. I don't know what to say. This is really bad. I did not tune in for this. Takes the snap, and he's going to throw it. Gets the completion there to Romeo Dubs, who gets pushed out of bounds. Picked up 16 yards in the play, but they will be short on 4th and 5, which means the punt unit once again will come out. Wow. Let's see. Lewis says love is fragile. Mike says McNeil has dozen sacks. He says the boos are loud. I don't even know what to say, Jordan Love. Fair catch symbol and caught from his own 24-yard line, and that's where the Detroit Lions will take over the football as they lead this one 24-3. Mike says Packers look disinterested. You know what, Mike? You're spot on. They look very disinterested. And that makes JB upset because JB was exhausted. But we fired up this stream here expecting a good game. A good game. And this is what they do. This is what they do. Lewis says the boo birds are out. It's like that one fan that told Zach Wilson when he was booing him at halftime. He's like, these tickets aren't cheap. Lewis says, Braden, you're going to need a drink. Oh, he's going to need a couple. He's going to need a couple. He might as well call out tomorrow at work. Call out because he's going to need a lot. I mean, right now, Packer fans are basically about to start throwing people through tables as if they're Buffalo Bill fans at this point. Different intentions, though. I knew I should not have started Christian Watson in my other league. Ah, man, I've just been making bad decisions, terrible decisions. Christian Watson starting this week was a bad idea. Man, just had to start Daniel Jones twice. The 2 worst times to start him in the other league. It's amazing I'm 2-1 with decisions like this. Braden says, shake my head, our O-line is terrible. Still 5 minutes and 34 seconds here before we reach halftime. Oh, great. Next Thursday Night Football, we'll get to watch Lewis's Bears versus the Commanders. Let's see, Lewis says, Braden, the defense bad, the offense bad, the special teams is bad, shaking his head. Now, we got an entire second half still. We got 5 minutes and 34 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Golf up under center from his own 24-yard line. Gonna feed it to Montgomery. And Montgomery off the right side there. Nice pickup on the play. Picks up 4 yards. He's got 12 carries for 33 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's got more rushing yards than Jordan Love has passing yards at the moment, which is highly concerning. Second and 6. Receiver goes in motion, looking, throws it to his tight end, his young tight end. And Sam Laporta picks up 5 yards on the play. Let's see, Braden says, yep, Lewis, gross. Let's see, Mike says, oh boy, Commanders and Bears. Yep, that's the matchup that they put on for us next week. But we got 3rd and 1 here for Detroit from their own 28-yard line. Multiple tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Tight end goes in motion. They feed it to Montgomery, and Montgomery off the left side takes it to the 40-yard line. And so far, Montgomery here having a great game with those 2 rushing touchdowns, 40 yards on the ground already. Play fake, Goff looking, Goff ball is tipped there, incomplete. Defense got to make a play. If you're Green Bay, defense has got to make a play. Lewis says you need 17 more points by Detroit or both. He specifies specifically Detroit there. All right, so here in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. 3 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Takes the snap. Goff looking, throws it over the middle, and oh, that's incomplete. He had his tight end there. He just dropped it. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 10. All right, so 3rd and 10 here, ball at the Detroit 40-yard line. Receiver goes in motion. 3 seconds here on the play clock. Throws it, and that's going to be, he's still trying to get the first. He has the first here before he finally goes down at the 46-yard line of the Green Bay Packers here, and Detroit is moving that ball. Lewis says you don't want the half to end. Oh, man, Lewis. All right, here we go. 5 wide. Goff in the pocket, feeling the pressure. Stumbles away, throws it, and oh, gets the completion there. Yet another first down. What is Green Bay doing? Lewis says Packers offense ain't going to have the ball that much. And so clearly that seems to be the case. David says, come on, Packers, score. So keeping the faith. But right now the defense has to stop the Lions from scoring here. Brown goes in motion. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning right now with Detroit leading 24-3. Who at the 2-minute warning mark? So far in the first half, it's been a bit one-sided, and Detroit's decided that they want more points here. And again, we're here in the second quarter here. 2 minutes left to go. Both teams each with all three timeouts. Jared Goff, 12 of 19 for 163 yards passing, one touchdown, one interception, while Jordan Love is 4 of 10 for 31 yards passing and an interception so far in this one. Meanwhile, rushing wise, David Montgomery's the leading rusher. He's got 13 carries for 40 yards and 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, A.J. Dillon has 3 carries for 4 yards. Lewis says Packers can't score without the ball unless Goff throws a pick six, but you won't mind. I need the yards. I need Jordan Love to just launch it deep to Christian Watson and like spark something between them two. That's what I need. I need one of those good old fashioned historic comebacks here. Just to at least make it close at least. Braden says this game is over. Braden is officially thrown in the towel. He says he is done. All right, so here we go. Two receivers, two tight ends, one back in the backfield, and they're going to feed it to Montgomery. And look at Montgomery there. Picks up 12 yards on the play. He's got 14 carries of 52 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's see, Lewis says JB Love going to get benched. Don't say that, Lewis. Don't you say that. Let's see, Lewis says no grading, just the first half. Lewis is like, there's still plenty more for Detroit to do. I tell you what, though, David Montgomery, he's going to get his share of carries to finish this one, though. Out of the shotgun with 1:20 to go here in the second. Feeds it to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to pick up 3 yards in the play. So we got 2nd and 7 here with 1 minute left to go here before the half. Detroit just doing an excellent job of ensuring that Green Bay doesn't even get a chance to run a 2-minute or even a minute offense at this point. Gibbs goes in motion. They feed it to the back. All right, 2nd and 7. All right, looks like the clock stopped here. Green Bay calls a timeout. I was wondering if they're going to call a timeout here. They do call a timeout. David says sack him. Braden says some is Love's fault, but the O-line is not protecting him. Every O-lineman has allowed at least one pressure. The most concerning part is simply the fact that Love cannot, they cannot sustain drives. Like Basically, the Lions are on the field all the time, so that defense is going to be fatigued in the second half. Goff throws it, and his receiver already slipped on the play, incomplete. Fourth down coming up, and that's going to bring out the old field goal unit once again. Yeah, let's see if Raleigh Patterson can connect here on this field goal attempt. Kick is up, and the kick is good, which is going to extend the lead 27-3 with 34 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Lewis says Rogers at home laughing. All right, so 34 seconds remaining here on the clock. Let's see, Lewis says you need 15 points in the second half. Packers better put up a fight. We're all hoping that that's the case. Well, not all of us is hoping that, but you know, we have our reasons. Okay, so no return here, so they'll take over from their own 25-yard line. They've got 34 seconds. They're down 27-3. They got to protect the football first and foremost. You cannot afford a turnover here. Got to protect the football and then go from there. All right, here we go. First and 10 here for the Packers. On their own 25-yard line. Love throws it and gets about 6 yards on the completion there to his tight end. They got to hurry up here. 25 seconds. There's just, what are we doing? We wasted all that time for 6 yards. Looking, moving. Oh, he's hit there, incomplete. He takes another hit. Like, bruh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Let's see, Lewis says, why was the line Detroit minus 2.5? I have no idea. I have no idea. Why did I not take golf instead for the over, I guess? All right, so third and 5, 12 seconds here. Can they at least get a first down here? Let's find out. Lewis says Rodgers got no choice. He's injured. And so Love throws it, gets the completion there. Okay. All right, so he's found his tight end again here. 7 seconds remaining. So I say do it again. He's got now 50 yards passing. What JB needs from him is like a touchdown right now. Like just throw it deep to Christian Watson for a touchdown. That's what I need. But ultimately, you want to get something positive here if you're Green Bay. You got 7 seconds, so you got to be smart. Got to be smart with it. Detroit's going to call a timeout. Okay. David says the Lions will not score again. And so, okay. He's saying that the second half will be all Green Bay, in which if they're going to come back, they're going to have to dominate the second half to come back. So we will see how things play out. All right, so it's 7 seconds till halftime. Let's see what the Packers do. Incomplete there, but there is a penalty here. There is a penalty here. Defender doesn't like it, but it's a penalty. Defensive pass interference is the call. Lewis says, I'll take that bet, David. You say double down. Let's see, David says, nothing new for Rodgers. All right, so takes the snap. Love, what are you doing to us, Love? Oh, man, he takes another sack. Like, I really could have used the yards there, but no, he gets sacked. Lost 14 yards on the sack. Wow, this has been really bad. Wow. So that brings us to halftime with the Lions leading 27-3. 28 votes in and 71% believe in the Lions here. So does anybody outside of David still believe in the Green Bay Packers? And so let's see, Mike says, that ain't love. He got 0 time. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's got no time. He's got no time. That is true. That is true. All right, JB's going to step away for a minute, but JB will be right back. And then we'll discuss at halftime some of the other games that's coming up. Lewis says, what was JB thinking? JB must have been exhausted. That's what it was. JB was exhausted. JB will be back. Let's see. Braden's like, Chair. He's like, talk to me, Chair. What's going on? Oh, man. So, not the first half I was anticipating, but shout out to Detroit. They are showing that this division right now belongs to them. So, watching the Lions eat so much, I mean, it's got JB hungry. JB couldn't wait no more. So, Absolutely. But yeah, so far in the first half, though, Jared Goff 12 of 20 for 163 yards through the air. David Montgomery's got 15 carries for 53 yards. In this one, he's the leading rusher for Detroit, and he's been looking real good. You would have not known that he was coming off an injury. And Sam Laporta is leading Detroit in receiving yards, 4 catches for 56 yards. Braden says he's got nothing to say. Braden, sometimes there's just nothing to say, honestly. Sometimes there's just nothing to say. All right, so let's see. And again, just watching how that game has transpired made JB really hungry. But I'm happy for my fantasy team, though, with David Montgomery. That does help. Time for us to do our pickings for the rest of the NFL games that will be transpiring. So just give JB 1 minute to pull that up. All right, so the first game that we will discuss will be the Atlanta Falcons versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I believe that game will be played overseas. So the Falcons and the Jaguars, who do you guys like in that matchup, and what are your final score projections? And again, when JB says that I was exhausted, so JB has no choice but to eat here. Again, the Atlanta Falcons versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who do you guys think will win that matchup, and what is the score that you're projecting? I think ultimately for Atlanta versus Jacksonville, I feel like now has to be the time if you are Jacksonville to rebound after that embarrassing loss to the Houston Texans, in which honestly I was surprised by how well Houston played. Shout out to them, CJ Stroud, making good things happen. But I will say this though, Jacksonville did do a pretty good job at stopping Houston from running the ball at least the first 3.5 quarters. And so we know Atlanta likes to run the ball a lot. So I think it'll be a low scoring game, and Jacksonville will find a way to win in that matchup, I feel like. So if I had to put a score, I would say Jaguars win 20, probably 20 to about 13, 20 to 13. Let's see, Mike says, if it helps, the Falcons stink. Well, that would help. That would help. But again, so if you are playing fantasy football and you've got anybody on the Falcons or Jaguars, remember to wake up super early because that game is going to be before the rest of the games get started. So wake up super early, set your lineups there. You might want to have it set the night before, honestly, at least for your Falcons and Jaguar players. Oh, and the game that I will be streaming next, it'll be the Kansas Jayhawks at the University of Texas Longhorns. That is the matchup that JB chooses to stream this Saturday for our college football matchup. So that will be the next stream. Again, Kansas versus Texas. Mike says at that time you're getting ready for church. Okay. Same for Mr. JB. Shoot, at that time, I don't even think I'm awake at that time. Next one, the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. Who do we like in that matchup there? I remember last year in their first game, it was very close. Very close. David says, praise the Lord. Amen to that. But yeah, Dolphins versus Buffalo, very, very pivotal game in which Buffalo, that loss to the Jets, that hurt, but you get a chance to beat Miami and give them a loss. So that's big. I think ultimately, I'm honestly on the line about this one. I see two different narratives, but the most important thing, can Buffalo get pressure on Tua enough in that matchup? But me thinking about Josh Allen, late fourth quarter, they're trailing 24 to 20. He has to make a play. Stephon Diggs is upset. Gabe Davis can't be found. I think Miami wins this one. And like I said, 24 to 20, I think Miami beats Buffalo in a close matchup. That comes down to Josh Allen just making a mistake late in the game. Mike says it all depends which Allen. Braden says, can we get Lil Wayne in the locker room to hype us up? I think he tried that for Colorado, Braden. I don't think it worked. Mike says reasonable. Although personally, I would like to see Buffalo beat Miami. But if I think Miami's going to win though, and a close one. It'll be a good one. It'll be a good one. That defense looked really good last week. If we can get that version of defense for Buffalo, but you got to get pressure onto it. I believe that Jalen Waddle is out of concussion protocol. You guys let me know if that's right or not. But I believe that Jalen Waddle is now cleared of the concussion protocol, which means another weapon for Miami. Next up, the Denver Broncos versus the Chicago Bears. Whew. I'm going to go on the record here and say that Chicago will not be scoring 70 points on this Broncos defense. But the Bears got to win at some point, right? And so does Denver. They're both 0-3. It's at Chicago. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from the Bears. I'm really not liking. Denver is in, well, I almost said they're in close games with the exception of being Miami. But Chicago isn't using Justin Fields. Like, the play calling just doesn't align with what he's trying to do. Offensive line hasn't shown me much. I'm not seeing any bright things to tell me that the Bears are going to win this game. It's going to come down to coaching, which I have to give the slight edge to Sean Payton in this scenario. So I think Broncos win 17-14. That's what I think. 17-14. But Lewis, I mean, you say by, let's see, Mike says Bears by 7. Okay, okay. Braden says, yeah, Lewis. Lewis says you'll need Mick from Rocky right about now, Braden. Let's see. Mike says Patriots continue to look good. All right, second half about to be on the way. We'll see what the second half brings, but first half was purely Detroit. Kickoff on the way. Gets it from the end zone. He's at the 10, 15, 20. There's going to be a penalty to negate some of that return. That would have been a great way to start off the second half. We'll see what the offense can do here. Lewis says Bears in under 47. As far as I know, Lewis, that game could end up being 9-6 or something like that, honestly, at the end of the day. And if the Bears win, I think it would probably be like 16-9 or something like that. I do hope the Bears beat the Broncos. I like to see Russell Wilson lose. All right, Love up under center here. Play fake. Throws a jump pass here on that to avoid the defender here. Gets a 6-yard pickup there. Okay. Can this be the version of Jordan Love that we were hoping to see? Second and 4. They give it to Aaron Jones off the right side. Picks up 3 yards on the play. Third down coming up. So with 3rd and 1, I expect them to run the ball again. Lined up in the shotgun here. Up and they're opting the pass, and they get the completion here to Romeo Dubs. He's got 4 catches for 35 yards. Dubs is like, let's get some energy here. Let's get it going. I'm with Dubs here. Lewis says first down, stadium goes wild. And I thought that was the Zach Wilson treatment. 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Play fake. Okay, throws it, and he gets it to Christian Watson. And JB's fantasy team is not going to be in shambles this week, as Christian Watson finally gets a catch. Just wish we would have started like 2 quarters earlier. All right, here we go, 1st and 10. Throws it to the back. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. This man's trying to put Aaron Jones back on the injury list at this point. Now, there is a flag, but my goodness. Lewis says Detroit better sharpen them fangs. Nah, Lewis, Green Bay coming out here in the second half. I'm not saying that they'll pull it off, but they'll at least move the ball, I would like to think. Uh-oh, illegal hands to the face there against Hutchinson. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Shotgun here. Two receivers, two tight ends, one back. Love throws a rainbow there. Missed his guy. Got to make a better pass than that. Incomplete. Again, we're here in the third quarter. 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go. This is the first possession since halftime. Green Bay is having their best offensive drive so far of the game. Pitches it out there. Jones running to left side. Jones almost gets the first down. Now, Jones is getting hit some and everywhere. I'm not going to lie. He's taking some hits tonight. But thanks for that penalty, that should be a first down there. Let's see. Mike says, Love 7 yards, 1 half. Lewis says, come on, Green Bay. Just give me 7 points. Detroit will get the rest. Oh, man, what's good with you? And he said, JB Lions need to feed Gibbs. He said, first round running back, and you don't feed him. By the way, what's good? And so, JB's good. And, hey, David Montgomery is doing great for me. So, JB is happy. JB is happy. I learned last year with Swift. Everybody's like, what happened with Swift? Dan Campbell likes physical runners or guys that he can put through the inside. And Swift is, with all the talent that he had, Dan Campbell just didn't like him. And so when they drafted Gibbs, he's the future, but the present right now, David Montgomery will get carries because Dan Campbell is just a hard-nosed type of coach. So Mike says you're old. And right now they are tending to the injured player, which looks like it's Brian Branch. That's not good at all. He's being assisted off. So yeah, we'll continue to monitor the situation there. If you guys hear any updates on Brian Branch, let JB know. Meanwhile, Love, play fake, throws it, and somehow gets completion there. Lost a yard in the play. Let's see, says, you should trade him for DJ Moore. I'm good. You say, hey, Mike, I'm trying to be 4-0 on my $50 fantasy. And so, hey, that's what's up. Now, Love up on the center here from the 20-yard line of the Lions. And he throws it. And so, oh, man. Jones is just getting pummeled out there. Now, there is a penalty here. You said, JB, what's your opinion on Cap trying to get back in the NFL, even though he said all the stuff and took a deal? That's like if I were to try to, in my former life of being single, if I tried to talk to someone, but like I went out there and got a lawsuit against her, I went out there and, like just took, all this money. Like it's just too much has been said at this point. Too much has been said. And it's like you represent something far more than football at this point. So I say, and it's also been too long. You've been out of the game too long at this point, also. We remember when he was in the league, it was mostly for his running and stuff like that. Meanwhile, Love dumps it down here. Okay, I mean, an opportunity to go ahead and take 3 points. I know it's not what you want here, but you get something positive. Go out there, play defense, get the ball back. Meanwhile, Brian Branch, no. I took the over on Brian Branch, actually, for tackles. Packers opting to go for it. Pressure, but Love throws it. Oh, look at that. He is a yard or two shy of that end zone, but he gets the first down. Romeo does. Okay. David says Green Bay will get you the next 28 points for you. And so, hey, that would certainly make Braden happy, that's for sure. But okay. Now Love has 101 yards passing. Okay, now we're starting to look like a quarterback that's out here throwing the ball now. Okay. But you got to get in the end zone. They feed it to Dylan. Dylan picks up a yard on the play. I say give it to him again. Give it to him again. Or better yet, throw one up for Christian Watson and help JB fantasy team. Another Lions defender is currently down right now. Let's see, O says, that's like me selling with Arby's and telling the truth, but begging to get back to work. Actually, yes, that's a better example. If it's so bad, then why go back? Exactly. Once you start like suing and stuff like that, to me, you reach the point of no return. And so, I mean, I hate the fact that his career ended how it did. If this was a couple of years ago, I would have said yes. But it's been so long, too much has happened. And so, and it's just like you said, like it's hard to mend relationships. Lewis is like, oh, David, that's like trusting my ex with my debit card. Oh, now, Lewis, that takes the cake right there. Now, that I would not recommend that for anybody at all, at all. That would be terrible. But we are currently right now at the commercial. Green Bay facing second and goal from the 1 yard line, and they desperately need to get in the end zone. Braden says he's liking this. JD, the musician, says who's playing tonight? We got the Lions and Packers right now playing. David says, give it to him. David says, give the debit card to the ex. Give it all to her. JB cannot back that statement up at all. I'm sorry. JB cannot co-sign that. But again, we are at the commercial here. Jordan Love is now 13 of 21 for 101 yards passing and an interception. All right, so here's 2nd and goal. Fakes it, throws it, and Christian Watson does it for JB's fantasy team. Let's go. I'm not going to lie. Y'all had me nervous as heck and all like that. But it's nice to see Christian Watson got that end zone. Let's go. And so Lewis says, well, he'll take the points. He was all alone. Like, who was supposed to guard him? Going for 2. And they get the 2-point attempt. Well, we actually got a touchdown here from Green Bay and the 2 points. So that means Detroit is leading 27-11 right now. But Green Bay's offense says, we're here. They say, we're here. Let's see if this sparks a potential comeback. Does anybody believe it's going to be a comeback? I know David believes. But what's important now for Green Bay is going to be defense. Now, what are they saying about Brian Branch? Lewis says he just needs his 45 points. Braden says, let's go. He's back awake. He says he's sorry for saying that they've already lost. Braden says that's 9 of the 28. Okay. Now, Jared Goff says, I have something to say about that. From their own 27, Montgomery picks up 3 yards, takes it to the 30-yard line. Goff sidearm passes it to Gibbs, but Gibbs not going anywhere here. In fact, he's going to lose some yards here. And that's Walker on the tackle. So now we got 3rd and long coming up here. Now you can feel the energy coming from Green Bay here. Okay. Okay, let's see if the defense can get the stop here. Golf, looking. Golf throws it short. And Brown is going to be well short of that first down marker here. Now it's a different body language right now from the Green Bay Packers. Okay. And did anybody hear the update that they said about Brian Branch, by the way? Kicks on the way. Fair caught at the 30-yard line. Well, we are currently at the commercial here. Detroit leading 27-11 over the Green Bay Packers. But Green Bay defense just got to stop. Last time out there offensively, they scored a touchdown. Offense actually looked like an offense last time. So maybe things are changing. Maybe it is an entirely different second half for a reason. David says sack him and get the ball back. He's fired up. He's like, let's go. I will say this. David never lost the faith in his Packers. Now, Braden, he lost the faith. I'm not going to lie to you. Braden had lost the faith. Braden says, here we go. If Braden was at the game, he would already been heading for the bleachers, already leaving the stadium, listening to the radio by chance, and then turn right back around. Braden says he did. David says, we got the ball. He says, give him 7. But David, you said that earlier, you said that your father is a Lions fan. So how do you end up being a Packers fan if your father's a Lions fan? I want to hear that story. It's kind of like me growing up a Patriot fan, and then my dad was a Colt fan, so the whole Manning versus Brady thing. Luckily, Brady won more of those matchups and stuff like that almost every time. Lewis says, Braden threw in a towel at the coin flip. Braden says he wouldn't say that now. All right, so what are they saying about Brian Branch? I can't actually hear the game because then it'll get caught on the audio and stuff like that. But what are they saying about Brian Branch? All right, out of the shotgun, fakes it to the back, and Love throws it. That could be a fumble now. I believe that could have been a fumble there. Got to be careful. Was the ball even tipped by the Lions player? Is that why it went backwards? All right, so 2nd and 21 right now. Again, we got 37 votes right now, and the Lions are dominating the poll right now at 76% believe that they will win. Love throws it up there, and it's incomplete. Got excited. I seen the ball going up like that. I thought it was going to be going to Christian Watson, which where the ball should have been going to. Meanwhile, Branch, he's trying to tape it up. I can't hear the audio of what they're saying, but he certainly wants to get back in there, it looks like. So they're taping him up. All right, 3rd and 21. They're going to go 5 wide. Love throws it, gets the completion at a sideline there, but he's going to be short of the first down marker. 4th and 6 from the Green Bay 34-yard line with 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Lewis says branch out. Well, thanks for dampening my hopes there, Lewis. It's just not JB's day. I took the over on the tackle because they had him at 4 tackles for the game, and I took the over. He's at 4, so I think it'll cancel out. But dang, could have did JB a solid and got me one more tackle. Punts on the way. The returner to the 24. Now there is a penalty. Meanwhile, while they discuss the penalty, I'll go ahead and ask you guys right now, who do you guys like between Pittsburgh and Houston? You said temporarily? Okay, that gives JB hope then. That gives me hope. I think if he comes back at least by fourth quarter, should be good. But yeah, the Steelers and the Texans, what do you guys project for that score? Meanwhile, Jared Goff and company, let's see what they do offensively out here this time. They want to keep that magic that they had in the first half going. All right, so holding there. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now at the 11-yard line here for Detroit. And again, we are currently right now at the commercial. All right, so Lewis says Houston plus 3.5. Okay, nice. Okay. I mean, I like what I saw from Houston out there last time. I do like what I saw from them out there. They are at home. It's tough. It's really tough. Uh-oh, Braden's not liking this. Let's see. Braden says, I will say Romeo has played really good tonight. Oh, yeah, 6 catches, 65 yards. Now, Aaron Jones I get he's been coming back, but Aaron Jones has been taking some hits. He's been taking some hits. But that was a big touchdown by Christian Watson. JB needed that. JB can use another one of those touchdowns too. Just saying. Braden says, yeah. Okay, let's see. JB's checking out what I need to happen. Braden, I'm going to need y'all kicker to get me 4 more points. I don't like the fact that y'all went for 2 instead of the extra point. That's the Brandon said, you said Christian Watson would have 2 touchdowns. You should have told me that. You should have told me that. But yeah, I need Anders Carlson to get me 4 more points also, in addition to Jordan Love going above 232 yards. 2nd and 7. They feed it to Montgomery, and Montgomery picks up a nice 5 yards on the carry. 3rd down coming up. Ball at the Detroit 19-yard line. Well, Green Bay has flipped things here in the 3rd quarter in terms of total yards. Let's see if this defense can come up big here. 3rd and 2, and this is huge here. Lions looking, throws it to Gibbs, and Gibbs gets the catch and a 1st down. Excellent drawn up play there. David says, thanks, Lewis. You'll take the red pop. Let's see. Gives it to Montgomery, and Montgomery putting in work, picks up 5 yards in the play. He's got 19 carries for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. I can hear the Gibbs fantasy owners now not happy about that. Brown goes in motion. Play fake, looking, and he's sacked. That's a big time sack right there. That completely changes what you're looking at there. So, wow. Third and 15. Out of the shotgun here. They call a draw play. And Gibbs is going to pick up 9 yards, but he will be 6 yards shy of that 1st down marker from the Detroit 27-yard line. That will bring out the punt unit. Wow, things have gotten interesting. David says, get the ball back. Sack him. All right, so we got 4th down here. Punt unit out for Detroit. Still got 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Punt's on the way. Hopefully this time nobody touches it and fumbles it. All right, so it's going to be touched at the 34-yard line. That's where the Green Bay Packers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line as they trail 27-11. And right now, we got 38 votes right now. Let's keep it going right now. Lion fans are leading the poll at 74% here, or at least people that pick the Lions to win this one. But Packers at 26%. You have an opportunity if you can go down here and drive on this one, get the 2-point play. You can make it a 1-possession game. The ball is basically in your hands here. And again, we are currently right now here in the third quarter with under a minute left to go. And again, currently right now at the commercial. All right, let's see how this plays out here. Very important drive here. 39 votes in. Another one came in for the Packers. Okay, let's go. Third quarter, 54 seconds here. Again, Detroit leads 27-11. But right now, the Packers offense is playing as good as they played all game. Let's see if that continues here. Tight end goes in motion. They give it to Aaron Jones on the carry. Aaron Jones is going to pick up 3 yards on the carry off the left tackle. Barnes in on the tackle. So far, Aaron Jones, 5 carries for 18 yards so far today. 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter. All right, so here in the shotgun. Takes the snap, throws it, gets the completion here to Romeo Doubs. He's got 7 catches for 75 yards today, and that's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. So Green Bay, 5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. They still got plenty of work to do. Jordan Love trying to get another pass off here. And will they give it to him? Yes, he's going to take a deep shot, and oh my goodness, what a play. What a play. Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Wow. David says time to score. Braden says need a touchdown. Big time play there. 44 yards. Insane. Jaden Reed's first and only catch so far today. And what a catch. When you're catching 44 yards a catch, how much work do you really need to do? But that was clutch. Great job by Jordan Love getting the snap off before the end of the quarter there. I thought the quarter was already done. Lewis says, here it is, the moment we all been waiting for. Here it is. And so, wow, this drastically helps JB out a lot right now. This makes it look like Jordan Love can hit that over now and stuff like that. That's at like 235. It's possible. I'm sorry, 232. It's possible. But I still need the kicker to get me like 4 more points for Green Bay. They are going for 2 after these touchdowns. But we got first and goal right now from the Detroit 9-yard line. 3 plays, 57 yards, 54 seconds. Braden says, let's go. He says, let's go. Again, Braden thought his team was dead. He says that was a dime. It was beautiful. I wonder if the DB took off late just because he figured the quarter was done. Either way, we like it. We love it. The only thing that could have made that play better was if it was Christian Watson. That would have helped my fantasy team out. That would have made it better. So we got 1 quarter remaining. Score right now, Detroit is up by 16 points, but Green Bay, they're at the goal line. First and goal. All right, so here we go. Jordan Love and company, they need 9 yards to get to the end zone here. Out of the shotgun. Lions got 4 guys in the line. They send all four. Love throws it up, and oh, was that a catch? Was it a touchdown? Looks like they're saying no. Show me a replay, though. That was a great effort. I mean, Jaden Reed is awoken now. All right, let's see. Got the hands on it. Got one. Yeah, just 1 foot. That's out of bounds. This isn't Michigan State anymore. Got to get 2 feet in bounds. All right, so we got second and goal from the 9-yard line. 5 wide. Takes a snap. Jordan Love's going to run. Show him some love. Show him some love. He gets the touchdown. David says touchdown. Lewis says touchdown. Braden says that was a dime previously. 27-17 is the score right now. So quite frankly, they want to go for 2. If you go for 2 here, you can make it an 8-point game. Lewis says, come on, pay him. That's right. Lewis is getting paid. JB's trying to get paid too. All right, so they're going to go for the 2-point attempt here. And Love is going to be short. He's going to be short. He's going to be short. So Detroit gets the stop there on that 2-point play. So we're talking about a 10-point game here, but still good there, 10-point game. Maybe now, next time after a touchdown, we can actually go ahead and kick the extra point and help JB win some money. Well, we've got 40 votes in right now. 73% believe in the Lions here, but the score right now, 27-17. Now, we got the entire fourth quarter because basically just 8 seconds went off the clock there in the fourth. But let's see what happens. Green Bay defensively has got to continue to keep doing what they're doing to Jared Goff if this is going to happen. All right, so let's see what happens this next drive out there. Right now, Jared Goff and company, they got to hold on to this lead. They've got to hold on to this lead. They've got to go down there and put together a drive. If you're a Lions fan, you want them to go out there, take off a good 6-7 minutes off the clock and just drive it down there. Montgomery's had a great game. Utilize that and just get back to what was working in the first half if you're the Lions. But if you're the Packers, nah. You make sure that you get them in a 3rd and long situation is what you're aiming for if you're Green Bay. If you get them in 3rd and long, you get the advantage. If they get you in 3rd and short, they get the advantage. That's just been the story so far for Detroit offensively. All right, 27-17. JB would not mind if we had a little bit of JBOT tonight. On 25, golf looking, throws it, and it's going to be Montgomery. And look at Montgomery. Goes up there and picks up about 8 yards on the play. Continuously making JB a proud fantasy football owner. Braden says, wish we got the 2, but you'll take it. Well, Braden, I'm not going to lie, Braden. This actually helps JB out a little bit. Because I need the kicker to get 4 more points. Maybe you guys will start kicking extra points now and field goals and stuff like that if it comes down to it. Out of the shotgun, feeds it to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to pick up the first down. Picked up 2 yards on the play. 1st and 10 here for Detroit from their own 35-yard line. And Montgomery's going to get back in there. Lewis says Detroit trying to waste time. And so, yeah, they are. They are. Every first down, you better believe that's another 2 minutes off the clock there. So I'm going to need Green Bay's defense to step it up here. Brown goes in motion, play fake. Throws it to Montgomery, and Montgomery says, hey, I can do it all. Picks up 13 yards on the play. That's his 2nd catch here, and they're feeding him in the passing game now as well. Lewis says, Montgomery workhorse. Absolutely. That's why he's on my fantasy team, Lewis. Golf up under center. Feeds it to Montgomery again, and Montgomery picks up 8 yards on the play. So right now, this is exactly what you need if you're Detroit. But if you're Green Bay, you got to get a stop like immediately here. David says, sack him, get the ball back. David is fully invested here. But Montgomery putting in work. 20 carries, 77 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's putting in work. Feeds it to the back, and he goes down. No gain on the play. This is a big 3rd down. Lewis says, come on, Detroit, please don't let me start cheering for Green Bay. You said, get you a field goal. He said, don't make me do it. All right, let's see. 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun here. Ball at the 45-yard line at the Packers, and they're going to feed it to Gibbs, and Gibbs gets the first down with ease, picks up 6 yards on the play. He's got 7 carries for 34 yards in this one. So another first down, more time off the clock, and they are positioning themselves to get closer and closer to at least being in field goal range. And so Detroit, they're just out here running the ball, play fake, golf, throws it, and that is going to be a completion, 20 yards there to Josh Reynolds. Wow. David says no field goal. He says we can't let him do it. Right now, I think Detroit is thinking more than a field goal right now. Green Bay has to find a way to make a play somehow, some way. Golf up under center, got the fullback in the backfield, gets to the back. And Montgomery's going to pick up 3 yards on the play. And Montgomery, I mean, he just fits everything that this team has been looking for in a ground game. Got it under 10 minutes here in the fourth. Lewis says, okay, touchdown then. 2nd and 7, and they are fully committed to running this ball. And Montgomery's going to go down there, lose 2 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up. Lewis says, do a trick play. David says, come on, Packers, stop them. It's a big 3rd down here, 3rd and 9. 18 yards away from the end zone. David said, no touchdown either. Got to clarify. Feeds it to the back, and the back is going to be 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker. He did pick up 6 yards on the play, and that's Jahmyr Gibbs there. 8 carries for 40 yards, and now for Detroit, that should bring out the field goal unit. But I see the offense out here. Is Dan Campbell willing to go out here and say, hey, he want a touchdown this drive? Let's see. Lewis wants them to go for it. Let's see. Now, will they actually go for it or try to draw them off sides? Well, that was an attempt to draw them off sides there. Timeout called by Detroit. Lewis says, nah, just kidding. Take the field goal. He said, take the points. All right, so Rowley Patterson here. Looking to try to tack on 3 more points. You're Green Bay. You're hoping that they can find a way to either block the kick, he missed it. You are hoping that this does not go good if you're Green Bay. Kick is up, and the kick is good right down the middle. So give them 3 points there. So 30-17 is the score right now. Lewis says, thank you, over 44. So absolutely. Let's see. Lewis says record moving the JB 18-3. And so, I mean, Lewis has been on fire here. Lewis has been on fire here. 18-3. That's great. I'm happy for you. Lewis knows what he's doing. And we are currently right now at the commercial, but we do got 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter, with the Lions leading 30-17. Lewis says, okay, now they can knock their heads off. Lewis showing his true colors here now. Braden says we still got a chance. Yeah, there's still opportunity, still a chance. With over 8 minutes to go. All right, so there's a penalty here. A sportsmanlike conduct on Walker of Walker is notorious for these penalties, it seems like. Lewis says, good luck, Braden and David. You said you got yours. Now get your. What about JB, Lewis? What about JB? JB is in shambles because I need Green Bay kicker to still get me 4 more points. Now, I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know how that's going to happen. Even if they do kick the extra points now, I'm going to need a field goal from them, and they're not going to take a field goal. Excuse me. So JB is in shambles right now. Oh, wow. So look at that. So thanks to the penalty, the 3 points came off there, and the choice thinking touchdown. They give it to Montgomery, and so Montgomery trying to get JB another one. Picks up 3 yards on the play. Lewis says, JB, I thought you cashed, and so no. But you knew that. You knew that. That's more time off the clock, and if they finish in the end zone, you're going to be looking at Walker like, Walker, how could you do that? Second and goal. Gives it to Montgomery, and he's going to lose 4 yards in the play. JB does not like that. Third down coming up. Lewis says, JB, I thought you crashed. Let's see. Cash, let's see, me either. They rejected my payment. I'm sure that's the case, Lewis. I'm sure that's the case. Under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. They feed it to Montgomery again, and Montgomery is going to be 1 yard shy of getting to the end zone. Fourth down coming up. 4th and 1. Knowing Dan Campbell's style of play, will he just opt to go for the try to go for the touchdown here? It looks as if that's going to be the case. Detroit wants a touchdown. If you're Green Bay, though, I mean, you get an opportunity if you can stop them here. All right, so 4th and goal. They're going to feed it to Montgomery, and Montgomery is going to get a touchdown. And so that, hey, 3 touchdowns for JV's fantasy team. Hey, some things are just worth it altogether. 26 carries, 84 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the night for David Montgomery. Let's go. Let's go. And to think that some thought that he wouldn't even be playing today. Wow. Lewis says, oh, geez, thank goodness he got you your point. So, yes. Well, that's going to be a wrap for JB. I don't know. Maybe this might actually help. If Green Bay scores and then kicks a field goal to try to do the onside kick and it never works. I don't know. We'll see. 6 minutes to go. David says no field goal to touchdown. Unfortunately, Detroit's already scored. 34-17. Braden says that's game. Braden says he should have never turned around when he left the stadium the first time. Said he should have kept going. But JB would still like to see a touchdown pass from Jordan Love to Christian Watson to help my other fantasy team out. That would be nice. Lewis says still a slight chance, JB. So you say there's a chance. So you say there's a chance. Meanwhile, we are here at the commercial with Detroit leading 34-17 right now here in the fourth with 6 minutes left to go. If you're Green Bay, it's an opportunity to go out there and pad the stats. Braden says it's over, Lewis. Yep, Lewis once again cashes in. But how about Detroit? Like, how do you guys view Detroit overall in the NFC? Are they like a top 5 team in the NFL, top 10? How do you guys view the Detroit Lions right now in the NFL in terms of where you rank them? David says we need 17 points to tie. JB would love to see the Packers do that. That would mean JB would definitely be cashing in for sure if that happens. So, but Jordan Love so far 17 to 27, 171 yards. He finally got going in the second half, but that defensive score that was brutal. That was brutal. Kickoff on the way. He's going to return it. He's at the 10. Tripped up at about the 16-yard line. So let's see. Can Love maybe throw a big time pass to Christian Watson? They got to score fast, super fast. Let's see. You said Lions are the third best NFC team? Okay, okay. Lewis says top 15, bad performance second half. Lewis wanted a route. He wanted a route. That's what he wanted. He wanted a route. All right, let's see how the Packers run things here offensively, starting off from their own 17-yard line and gets the completion for about 6 yards there. And that's going to bring up second down here. Got to hurry up. JB still wants to hit the over. Braden says, I'm not even mad at Quay Walker. Love throws it, gets the completion over the middle to Dubs. Got to hurry up. All right, so we got first and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Love feeling the pressure, escapes it, looking, throws that one away, incomplete. Second and 10 coming up. All right, so here in the shotgun. Love throws it short, gets the completion. He's going to pick up about 9 yards on the play, a yard shy of that first down marker. Third down coming up. Gives it to Dylan up the middle. I see Branches back out there. Okay. Love throws a deep one. Ooh, did he get the catch? He did. I thought it was picked. Oh my goodness. What a big time play. Oh my goodness. Wow. I mean, wow. Big time play. If only the Packers would have gotten me one more field goal. Oh my goodness. Gets the completion off the left side. Oh man, look at Branch. Branch is clearly in some pain right now. And he was injured on the tackle. Oh, so Branch went right back out there and got me that one tackle that I needed from him. I appreciate that from him. I hope that he's okay though. I know he wants to be out there playing through pain, but needs to sit this one out. All right, so Braden, literally all JB needs right now from Green Bay is just the kicker to get me 4 more points. And the only way that's going to happen is JB's trying to be creative. Like, you guys score a touchdown here, get the ball back, realize you got to kick the field goal so you can save enough time to try to kick the onside kick, which never works. But that's the only path I see left that can really help JB get where he needs to get. Let's see, Lewis says, David got heart for his team. Oh, absolutely. Braden says, Love has looked good in the second half. He's about to, well, I think he's already got me the over. They just haven't updated it yet. But Jordan Love came through. It was scary. I may never do it again with him, but he got me the over. I just need Anders Carlson somehow to come up with 4 points. Or even if he can't do that, at least a field goal would at least get me at the line. So at least do that for me. And again, we are currently here at the commercial due to the timeout that was called due to the injury to Brian Branch, in which he got injured before, tried to come back out there, but it was too much. But the guy's got a lot of heart, a lot of heart, a lot of heart. Meanwhile, Love throws a pick. What is he doing? What is he doing? This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things. Braden says, what do you think of Jordan Love? After that first half, after that interception right there, you're going to ask me, what do I think of Jordan Love? He ruined it for me, Braden. He ruined it. Can't believe it. Dang it. Let's see. Lewis says, great stream, JB, besides being tired. And so, yes, it took everything JB had to make it through this. You have no idea. Meanwhile, Montgomery, thinking about JB's fantasy team, continue to protect yourself, though, kid. Protect yourself out there. I'm so disappointed Green Bay's kicker did not get me more. I shouldn't have included him in my pick five. I shouldn't have did it. Brandon says, wrong time to ask you that question. It was a terrible time. Terrible time. Under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Detroit up 34-17. Gibbs goes in motion. Play fake. Throws it to Gibbs, who drops the ball. That's incomplete. That was a costly interception. Brandon says, thanks for streaming tonight, JB. And so, yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be, I thought you guys would do like you did in the second half throughout the entire game. We were going to have a back and forth game. But shout out to Detroit on the road at Green Bay. Meanwhile, Montgomery gets the carry again. I mean, I'm just loving how much Montgomery's getting carries. 28 carries, 98 yards, and 3 touchdowns. You might as well let him get 100 yards rushing. You might as well do it. Oh yeah, Montgomery got me 31.80 points so far here in fantasy tonight. And if he can just cross that 100-yard mark, that should be great. All right, so 3rd and 9. From their own 31-yard line. Looking. And Goff gets sacked here. They'd have been better off just running the ball and letting Montgomery get his yards. Goff getting up kind of slow. Lewis says, good start for your fantasy team, JB. And so, oh yes, a great start. Great start. Now, in my league, I did not start Christian Watson. I didn't do it. But, like, dang, you guys have no idea. If Green Bay kicker will just, if he would have just got me 4 more points, that'd have been huge. JB would have been ecstatic. But once again, JB falls one shy of it actually all coming together. Like that last drive would have been perfect for them to just kick a field goal and then get the ball back and then try to score a touchdown. That's all we had to do. Punt's on the way. Let's see, David said, we will make the playoffs and beat the Lions. Okay. He says, basically, he's saying this ain't over. He's saying that this ain't over. Meanwhile, the return all the way to the 35-yard line. Okay. Excellent return of 34 yards. You guys have no idea if this kicker can somehow get me 4 more points, how happy I'll be. All right, here we go. Love. Feeling the pressure. Love. Just got to throw it sometimes. He takes a terrible, horrible sack. Gotta hurry up here. Gets the completion. So third down coming up, 3rd and 7. Let's see. Braden says, okay, David, you like that? Braden says he can get behind that. You say, are the next 3 games are all winnable games for the Green Bay Packers? Well, that's nice. Are you guys playing the Bears again? The Vikings? Love throws and incompletion there. Bring out the field goal unit. Bring out the field goal unit. Let's help JB. Let's help JB. Bring out the field goal unit. Thank you. No, are we seriously bringing out the field goal unit? If I was a fan, I'd be pissed. I'm not going to lie. I'd be pissed. But, yeah, bring out the field goal unit. Help JB, please. Please. Oh, my gosh. If this guy can just make this. Oh, my gosh. Can he make this for JB? It's good. It's good. He made it to JB. How about that? Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. So he made it for JB. All right, all right. Change of plans. Braden, I don't care how you do it. I don't care how it happens. I need your Packers to score me one more touchdown and kick the extra point. Give me one more point and all like that. This right here will probably get me half of what I'm trying to get here. But if you guys can just get me an extra point, one more point from the kicker, I'll be happy. Lewis says, oh, Braden, you might lose all 3. But now, who do the Packers play next? I am so hopeful that you guys can get this onside kick somehow, some way. He didn't even try. He didn't even try to go for the ball. He didn't even try. Braden says, no, Lewis. He didn't even try to go for the ball. Dang it. Green Bay's only got 1 timeout remaining. Run defense has been terrible. All right, JB will take this. I'll take it. Speaking of taking, David Montgomery, he says, I'm not done yet. He says he's not done yet. My goodness. I would have cried if I did not start him tonight. I am so glad I started him. Wow. 16 yards on the play. Braden says, disappointing night. I didn't know you guys were this bad against the run, Braden. Huge performance. And snap the ball. Give it to Montgomery again for 3 yards. All right, you're up 2 touchdowns. Why not let Gibbs get some more carries at this point? I'm worried about David Montgomery's health. He's just getting too many carries at this point coming off an injury. He's done everything we needed from him. Everything we needed from him. You say, yeah, we need to work on that. Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. But I like it. 33.40 points for me in fantasy. Let's go. Time for JB to make his comeback here. People have been sleeping on my team. Let's see. David says it's not over yet. Sack him. He says it's not over yet. Sack him. I would love if they went out there and okay, I don't want Montgomery to fumble it, so put Gibbs in the game, but let him fumble it, and then Green Bay pick it up for a scoop and score. That would make JB's night. We're at the 2-minute warning. Braden says, going to have to make a video about David Montgomery tomorrow. Lewis says, dang, Green Bay scored too many points. He's not happy about that. Gives it to Montgomery, and Montgomery's going to pick up 2 yards off the left guard. We got 35 coming up here. All right, I would not mind if Green Bay gets a stop and then maybe, throws a deep pass to Christian Watson and give JB a little touchdown for fantasy purposes, You know. And if you don't know, now you know. Final timeout called by Green Bay. So Jordan Love, you may not win this game. You won't win this game. But you can still make JB very happy. Because I know they're not going to just kick a field goal just to kick it. So I need a touchdown. Maybe a punt return for a touchdown. That would be awesome. All right, here we go. They give it to Montgomery off the left side, and Montgomery's going to pick up 2 yards on the play. 4th down coming up. Braden says he's with me, JB. Braden, I hope you remember this. I hope you remember this when Ohio State is playing, whether it's Penn State, Michigan, whoever. If JB needs a friend, you should have remembered what JB has done for your Packers tonight. I have not criticized them at all. All right, but Jordan Love's going to get a little crack here, a little crack at it. Okay. I need a touchdown, Braden. And when you guys score a touchdown, don't go for 2. Do the extra point. Do the right thing. Help JB out. All right. Meanwhile, JB will go ahead and close the poll. Lewis says, no, JB, they go for 2. Lewis, I think I would literally cry. I would literally cry if that was the case. If they drove all the way down there and they scored a touchdown, hopefully through Christian Watson. Wait, is Detroit actually going for it here on 4th down? I think they're just trying to draw them off sides. Got to be drawing them off sides here. Right? So, they're actually going to do this. Oh, they got the 1st down. That's game. Well, JB's content. JB's content. Still won. So, won something. This is why we can't have nice things because Dan Campbell's out here, Let's see. Braden says, okay, JB, I'll stay unbiased when you guys play both those teams. I appreciate that. All right, Goff goes out there and takes a knee, and that's it. That's game. Lewis says, oh, Detroit's going for more. I thought you called in that play, Lewis. I thought you dialed in and said, nah, we're not done. We're going to go for another touchdown. And so Braden says, sorry, JB. And so this one's a wrap. The Lions won 34-20. I think in my pick 'em, I think I actually picked Green Bay to win. So that's like the first time I think I picked Green Bay to actually beat Detroit in I don't know how many years. Because I'm normally like, Detroit's going to do it. But anyways, that's game. It's a wrap. That's all she wrote. So appreciate you guys for coming through on a Thursday night here and watching some Thursday night football game. And this was actually, on paper, should have been close both halves, but it got better in the second half, So big win for Detroit on the road. Division opponent on the road. Detroit now claims first place at the moment in the division. And right now, Minnesota and the Bears have not realized that we're not in the offseason or preseason anymore, so they don't have any wins. So if you're Detroit, you're feeling good. You beat Green Bay on the road. You've beaten Kansas City on the road as well. I mean, you're feeling really good right now. Who did beat the Lions, by the way? I forgot who beat the Lions. Oh, I think it was Seattle. Seattle did beat them, but you're feeling pretty good. David says good game. And so, David, appreciate you coming through. And I know that this time didn't go the way that you wanted for your Packers, but hey, keep the faith there. They're going to get better. They're going to get better. And Christian Watson's going to do great things for JB's fantasy team. Believe it. Lewis says good night, everyone. A great night there for Lewis, actually. 18-3. Wow. Remember, JB's next stream is going to be Saturday. Kansas versus Texas. That's the game that I'm going to be streaming. Kansas versus Texas. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and have notification bells turned on. I've already got it set up. So come Saturday, we'll be good to go. Other than that, JB's going to get some rest, some much needed rest. But you guys have a great rest of your night, and looking forward to hopefully seeing you guys on Saturday. If not, the next time you guys join. Thanks again. And again, congratulations to Detroit coming through strong first half, and they held on to the lead there, 34-20. So good game for them and great start to the season. Green Bay, hashtag do better.